Hey guys, did you know that biological factors such as genetics, brain chemistry, and hormones can affect your mental health? I know I didn't when I began to learn about mental health. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Here we have unfiltered conversations about pop culture, urban culture, and mental health. Let's get into the deets. So today we're talking about, as you know, what is mental health? So let's learn the basics. In simple terms, mental health refers to our emotional and psychology and well being, right? It affects how we think, how we feel, how we act, right? Therefore, respond to things. It plays a role in how we handle stress, how we relate to others, how we make decisions. And basically, that's like a really big part of who we are. But mental health isn't just about having good days or bad days, it's about maintaining balance. And a lot of us lack balance. A lot of us lack recognizing when things may be out of sync. You know, we'll go and go and go until we can't go anymore. And now we're out of sync, right? Now, here's an important point that I want to make. Mental health is just important as physical health. Think about it. If you have a broken leg, would you hesitate to see a doctor? Think about it. So, why do many of us hesitate on getting help when our minds feel overwhelmed or broken? Like, I understand that there's still a stigma around mental health, and it's something that we need to change. You know, we're not supposed to talk about it. You know, I know we've all heard what goes on in this house stays in this house, right? Right. Okay, let's get back on track. So, let me break it down a few common myths about mental health, right? Myth one: mental problems only happen to certain types of people. Complete garbage. Complete garbage. The fact is, mental health issues can affect anyone, regardless of the age, gender, race, or income level. Like it really doesn't matter. And myth two, which is one of the ones that a lot of people can identify with, is if if I admit that I'm struggling, then people will think that I'm weak. So that's not true. Just because you admit that you're struggling doesn't mean that you're weak. So it takes strength to admit when you're struggling and to ask for help, right? So seeking support is not a sign of weakness. And I never want to send that message. It's a sign of courage, actually. Actually. So how do we take our mental health? Um, how do we take care of our mental health? I know you've heard of mindfulness and meditation, right? I know you've heard of going for walks and journaling and taking deep breaths. Those things are good. Um, Pamper day, do a pamper day for yourself. That's self care, and self care it isn't selfish. It's absolutely necessary. So, and then talk about it. You know, talk about what you're going through with people. That's a part of taking care of you, whether you're talking to a trusted friend, family member, or a professional. Sharing what's going on in your mind can be incredibly freeing. Like it lightens the load. You ever just go through something and then you call up your best friend or you call up your mom or whoever you call up and you're like, oh, I talked about that. I feel so great. I got that off my chest. Yes, you were able to release that. You were able to work through it. You were able to gain a different perspective, right? So therapists and counselors and mental health professionals can definitely help you get through that a lot better. And I'm not saying don't talk to your family and friends, but you know they're more experienced. You know what I mean with dealing with that kind of stuff. So um, a lot of people walk around with mental health issues and they don't even know that they have them. And it's really scary, you know. Anxiety disorders is a form of a mental health condition. Depression is a form of mental health condition. Bipolar disorder is a form of mental health. Schizophrenia, PTSD, which is post traumatic stress disorder. What's another one? Obsessive compulsive disorder, attention deficit disorder or hyperactive disorder, or attention deficit hyperactive disorder, which is ADHD. Um, Eating disorders, personality disorders, and substance abuse disorders are all mental health conditions, and a lot of us, especially in America, walk around with mental health conditions and they're untreated. We don't even know, you know. And then you have the factors that affect your mental health, which is biological factors such as genetics, brain chemistry, hormones, right? Then you have your life experiences where you may have experienced trauma, abuse, or major life changes that could disrupt your system mentally. And then your environment. If you're working in a stressful environment, living in a stressful environment, you grew up in a stressful environment, financial instability, lack of support, all those different things can affect the mental health, you know? And a lot of the signs are there. We just take it with a grain of salt, you know. Um, a lot of us will be sad a lot and feeling hopeless a lot, and then they'll just say, "Hey, well, it just comes with the territory. That's just life." Or maybe you'll withdraw from social activities because of everything that's going on in your life. Those are signs that you're beginning to have mental health problems. Those are all signs. Feeling of guilt, worthlessness, helplessness, all of those are signs of mental health problems. And so we have to be aware. And then we also have to talk to other people about it, because when we talk to other people, they may say, hey, maybe I've read somewhere, or maybe I've heard a YouTube video somewhere and they were talking about this, and I think you should go get help. So it's always good to talk about it. It's always good to break the stigma around it, right? Despite the growing awareness, mental health is still stigmatized in many communities, and it's really hard. So I encourage you guys to have open conversations about mental health. I encourage you guys to promote and educate um, uh, information about mental health, and just encourage your loved ones to get out of that fear, get out of that judgment, where they're worried about whether or not someone will accept what they're going to. So, what matters most is that you keep moving forward and you take those steps no matter what, okay? No matter how small, no matter how long it takes you to make those steps, as long as you keep making the steps. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow me, like this video, subscribe, and watch another video if you feel like it. Until next time, peace.